Hi guys. So, if you saw my stories, then you would see that I went to Goodwill yesterday and I got a bunch of books. So I am going to do the haul in an IGTV video because it's huge and I don't want to make you click through 20,000 Instagram stories. So here we go. The first book that I got is Keeping the Moon by Sarah Dessen. I've heard a lot about her as an author and how a lot of people like her books, so when I found this one, I decided that it sounded interesting and I would get it and try and see what I thought of her. The next book is March by Gabrielle Lord. This is book 3 of the Conspiracy 365 series. I bought January a few months ago in a library book sale, so when I found this one, I decided to grab it so that I guess I'm going to try and collect the series. The third book I got is The Colossus Rises by Peter Larangis. It's the first book in the Seven Wonders series. I've been wanting to own these books for a long time. I just haven't gotten them yet. I haven't finished the series yet, but so far it's really good. Like, it's probably one of my favorite middle grade books. So when I found this in really good condition, I decided to grab it. I'm really happy about that one. The next one was kind of a nostalgia buy. It's Aquamarine by Alice Hoffman. It's I don't know if it's based off the movie or if the movie is based off the book, because it says now a major motion picture, but I was obsessed with this movie. I would watch it all the time when I was a kid, and I didn't realize there was a book, so of course I had to buy it. The next book I got is Warhorse by Michael Morpurgo. I think I pronounced that right. I got to see the stage production of this in Chicago with my parents and my sister when I was probably about 12, and it was absolutely amazing. So I've never read the book, and so I decided to get it, and I'm really excited for this one. The next book I got is V is for Villain by Peter Moore. I'm reading Supernova right now, so of course I am into the whole superheroes, supervillains thing, and this sounded right up my alley. And so I couldn't turn it down. It's so pretty too. This is probably going to be really soon on my TBR because I'm probably going to need more of this stuff when I finish Supernova. The next book I got is Victoria, May Blossom of Britannia by, they don't put the authors on the covers, Anna Kirwan. This is part of the Royal Diary series, which is a spin-off of the Dear America books. I have a bunch of these. Haven't read any of them yet, but it's kind of like a thing that I just collect all of them. So I have this one to add to my collection, and it's really cool. I love the gold on the pages. They're so pretty. It's so fun to take pictures of these. Excuse my bad cameraing. That's a word. The next book I got is Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. I've heard a lot about this author and about this series, and so I found it. It's a little bent, but once I get it on the shelf, I'm hoping it'll fix it. But I decided to grab it and see what the hype was about. On top of that one, I also found Steelheart by Brandon Sanderson. This one is another one that kind of reminded me of, like, Renegades. And it's set in Chicago, which makes me really happy. I love books set in places that I know and can picture. So I was really excited to find those two because I've been wanting to try his books for a while. The next book I found is Rebecca in Danger by, this one doesn't say the author either, does it? It's by Colleen L. Reese. It's part of the Sisters in Time series. This is another one that I have a lot in the series, but I haven't actually read any of them yet. They're all historical fictions based off of certain times in history. So this is kind of another, like, I collect them and one of these days I'm going to read them. It's in really good condition, so I grabbed it. Alright, the next, this stack right here. I am so excited. So if you didn't know, my local Goodwills somehow managed to get ARCs donated to them a lot. And it's kind of sad. It makes me upset because they're not supposed to be sold. But I have this thing where if I find ARCs, I have to get them. And I'll either keep them or I will try and give them to somebody who will enjoy them and appreciate them and hopefully not send them to Goodwill to sell them. So here's my stack that I'm keeping, and there's a few more that I'm going to show you guys. But, okay. The first one is The Masked City by Genevieve Cogman. I've never heard of this one, but I can't believe that I've never heard of it because it sounds like something that I am going to love. And obviously this is the temporary cover, but I love this even. So I'm super excited about this. I can't wait to try it. The next one I got is Life in a Fishbowl by Len Vlahos. I think I said that right. This is a YA contemporary. Let me see if I can find. Here's the synopsis. This one sounded really cool. I feel like it's either going to be one that I either really like or really don't. I'm definitely excited to try it and see how it goes. The next book I got is The Ominous Eye by Tracy Height. This is actually book 2 in this Nocturnals series, so I'll have to get the first one. It's a middle grade book. I'm not going to show you the synopsis because it's book 2, but I flipped it open, and there is a signed book plate in here, which I love, and it makes me even more sad that someone just got rid of it. It's a pretty good size for a middle grade too, so, and it sounds, from what I vaguely saw of the back of it, it sounds like something that I'll be interested in. The next one I got is Fuzzy by Tom Engelberger and Paul Dellinger. This is another middle grade. It's about a robot who goes to middle school. It sounded cool. So I'm excited to see what this one's like. I love the inside. It looks so cool. So that's that. I'm excited for that one too. These last 3 is where it gets really fun. The first one is Holding Up the Universe, which I don't know if it still is, but it used to be super, super popular. I don't know what it is. It's a YA contemporary. I'm really excited for this one. I love the cover. But no, I forgot it's got a note from the author in there. But yeah, so I'm really excited about that one. This next one is another one that I've never heard of, and I don't know how I've never heard of it. It's Shadowrun by Adrian Strickland and Michael Miller. It says that it's a, like, combination of Firefly and Dune, and I've never read Dune, but I am obsessed with Firefly. So here's the synopsis. It sounds like something I am going to love. I'm so excited for this one too. And then, oh, that's the first page. But yeah, that one's a little bit bent too. I'm assuming that's just the way that they held it when they read it. And then, okay, this last one, guys. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of backstory. At first I thought this was a normal paperback, and I was gonna get it anyway because I want to read it. And then I realized it's an arc of Gemina by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. If you don't know, this is book 2 of the Illuminae files. I almost cried. It's even got little, like, additions to, like, the information about the publishing and all of that. But I am so excited for this. Like, it's so cool. So this was the first one that made me realize that there were arcs on the shelves, and so I found all of those, and then I found the ones I'm about to show you. The rest that I'm going to show you, there's a few that I haven't decided if I want or not, and there's a couple that I know that I don't want. I am going to offer them up to my friends first, but I will post whichever ones my friends don't take, as either for trade, or I might just, if you want to pay shipping, just send them to you. So if you find any in the next few that you would be interested in, message me, let me know, comment something. The first book is Chronicle of a Last Summer by Yasmin El Rashidi. I'm assuming I said that correctly. It's kind of like a slice of life, kind of contemporary story about a girl growing up in Egypt. This one sounds cool. Can't decide if it's something I would read or not, though. But that's one of them. The next one is Counting the Days While My Mind Slips Away by Ben Utecht. I have no idea how to pronounce that. It's a little bent right here, but it's, I think it's a memoir by an NFL football player who is starting to lose his memories after having 5 major concussions in his career, which it sounded really cool, but again, I'm not sure if it's like a type of book that I would read, so I'm not sure about that one yet either. Like I said, these next few are ones that I'm not sure about yet. The next one is Dear Mr. M by Herman Koch. I think that's how you say it. This is the back. This one is kind of like a little bit of a thriller. It's like a book within a book, which is really cool. It's actually translated. I think it was originally in Dutch, I want to say. Yeah, it was originally in Dutch. But I thought that one was really cool. The next one is Catching Heat by Janice Cantor. This one's a kind of crime novel, thriller, romance thing. It kind of reminds me of like Castle or Criminal Minds or something like that. And then the next one is The Mothers by Britt Bennett. Here's the back. This one's kind of, it doesn't really give a whole lot of information. This one is signed. It's personalized, but it's also signed and dated. Whenever they're signed like this, it makes me even more sad that someone got rid of it. I couldn't do it. my books are going to be buried with me in my grave. The next one, this is one that I definitely don't want. It's Fates and Traitors by Jennifer Chiaverini. I think that's how you say it. It's a story about John Wilkes Booth, and I think the three women, and I forgot to take the tag off, the three women in his life, I think is what it says. It's like his sister, his wife, four women, a daughter who helped him, and then a widow who did something. I'm not entirely sure, but it's about John Wilkes Booth. The cover is gorgeous. I don't think this one's signed. I think it was just those two. And then the other one that I definitely am not interested in keeping is The Beauty of the End by Debbie Howells. It literally says nothing about it except for this. So, have fun with that. I know it's a thriller suspense novel, which is not something I am interested in. It is a little wavy. I'm assuming they just held it weirdly when they were reading it. It could probably be straightened out by just pressing it in between some books. But that is my giant book haul, including a bunch of ARCs. So yeah, if you're interested in any of these, let me know. I'm going to make a highlight on my stories so that people can go back and see, and I think I might start posting like one a week or something, but we'll see. I haven't quite decided yet, but I know I don't want to keep these, and I'm obviously not going to sell them or donate them back to Goodwill. So yeah, well, that is it.